Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Monday, December 6th, 2021. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief. All right, I was up in Frederick on Saturday, and the town, I'll tell you, it was popping. But after that, I did a really cool thing, one of the coolest things I've done in a long time. Antietam Battlefield does one night a year where they remember all 23,110 casualties of the battle. They light luminaries, 23,110 of them, as you drive through the dark battlefield. It was amazing, and it really put the casualties of the Civil War into perspective when you see it all laid out right there in front of you. Each bag, each luminary representing one life. I highly recommend the drive, the wait, and the experience, but remember, it only happens one night per year. Well, it is Monday, and we are back at it again, so let's get into the news, shall we? Well, that didn't take long, but Omicron is here. Late Friday afternoon, Governor Hogan announced that Maryland now has 3 cases of the new variant, and he said they are in the, quote, Baltimore region, but I do suspect that at least one of them is here in Anne Arundel County, as the county executive put out a statement on that arrived just minutes before the governor's statement. At this point, there are no additional restrictions being contemplated, and we are still waiting to hear more about this new variant and how it behaves. In the meantime, just do what we've been doing all along. Be safe, mask up when it makes sense and is required, wash your hands, keep some distance between people, and if you are feeling sick, make sure you get tested. And we really can't even update you on any case rates or COVID numbers today because apparently the Maryland Department of Health website is the latest victim of a cyber ransom attack. The Washington Post first reported it last night, so stay tuned and we'll see what happens there. Today is the day that Mayor Buckley gets sworn in for a second term and the new city council also gets signed in. A parade will begin at 1 p.m. on Calvert Street and head to Church Circle on West Street, where a stage will be set up. The mayor and council will be sworn in at about 2:30 p.m., and then the big ball happens tonight at the Annapolis Waterfront Hotel. West Street from Calvert to Church will be closed until 8 p.m., they said. However, I suspect it'll probably be open by 6. Shouldn't take that long to clear the stage off the street. Well, we do now know the players in the Military Bowl. Eastern Carolina University and Boston College will face off. The two have never played together, and that'll happen at 2:30 p.m. on December 27th. That is a Monday right here in Annapolis at Navy Marine Corps Memorial Stadium. And apparently BC has 16 players on the team from this general area. The Military Bowl is always a lot of fun, and it kicks off at 10 a.m. downtown with a parade, which yours truly will be emceeing. So come on out and say hello. And you want to see the marching bands, the Medal of Honor recipients, as well as the Budweiser Clydesdales. After the parade, there is a free tailgate at the stadium, and then the game at 2:30, which will be aired on ESPN. WTOP had an interesting story on the exodus of school superintendents. There are 6 vacant top jobs across Maryland, including our own Dr. Arlotto, who did not have his contract renewed. They spoke with the executive director of the American Association of School Administrators, who said that it is a nationwide issue, mostly because of the threats and the no-win situation they've been put in with COVID. He did say that Georgia is seeing 45 departures this year when normal would be about 12. He said that filling them will be tough. There will be plenty of interested people. However, the vast majority will simply not have the experience. And as we start to wrap up, I hope you caught the local business spotlight with Ashley Scales and her new candle lounge at the Annapolis Town Center, Reminiscent Luxe. Better yet, go stop by and check it out. There are some perfect gifts for anybody on your list. Up next week is Dave Marburger from Bay Ridge Wine and Spirits with some exciting news from them. And if you missed it, be sure to check out the bonus podcast we did with George from DC MDVA Weather, all about the snowy winter we can expect. Or not. And finally, remember my holiday lights project. I need some more data. Do you have an amazing light display in front of your home? Maybe a neighbor, maybe one down the street, or maybe somewhere where you passed one? Send me the address or the general area where it is. I will add it onto my Google map that I am making, so you will be able to pop it into your GPS and road trip all over the county looking at some of the best holiday lights. You want to email that information to me at info@eyeonannapolis.net. Okay, that's it for the news. But first, a quick thank you to our sponsors for today's Daily News Brief: Solar Energy Services, the Kristi Neidhardt Team of Northrop Realty, a Long End Foster Company, and the Hospice of the Chesapeake. Alrighty, it is Monday, and Ann Alsina from CovingtonAlsina is here with your Monday Money Report. And as always, George Young from DC MDVA Weather is here with your locally forecast weather. All of that coming up in just a bit.
Another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt of the Kristi Neidhardt Team from Northrop Realty, a Long and Foster Company.
I always look forward to November as I think of it as a whole month to focus on gratitude. I am incredibly grateful to our past and current clients who've entrusted us with the sale of one of their largest assets, their homes. Over the past 2 years, that's nearly 200 individuals and families that we've had the privilege to serve. I'm grateful that we get to be a part of their lives when their families grow, grateful to be trusted when a loved one is lost or becomes ill, grateful to be a part of helping someone become a homeowner for the very first time, and grateful to be a part of someone's moving onto the water or finding a second home retreat. I'd like to take this opportunity to challenge you to think of the people in your life that you are grateful for: friends, family, coworkers, service providers, and so many others. Reach out and let them know. And if we can help you with a move in the future, give us a call.
That's another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt. To get in touch, call 410-599-1370 or visit kn-team.com. That's kn-team.com.
Hello, Sean Lynch here from the team at Galway Bay to tell you about our very own Irish Eggnog. This wonderful creamy drink is a handcrafted, traditional-style eggnog, distilled and bottled in Ireland. It's made from an old Irish recipe with a blend of alcohol, spices and Irish cream that is completely unique and has now become an Annapolis tradition. When you visit one of our local restaurants here, either at Galway Bay in historic downtown Annapolis, Killarney House in Davidsonville, or Brian Brew in Severna Park, please mention this ad to your server or bartender to get a complimentary taste. Share this delicious concoction with friends and family for a thoughtful and unique holiday gift. Available by the bottle, case and half case at all 3 locations. Or go to our website at galwaybaymd.com for further information.
Also available at Pirates Cove Restaurant and Dock Bar in Galesville.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMDVA weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMDVA weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DC MDVA Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Monday, December 6th. It was a pretty nice early December weekend across the Annapolis region, but it will be a bit of a roller coaster ride ahead and then some, with some potential for our first taste of wintry weather midweek. Look for highs today in the 65 to 72 degree range with gusty south-southwest winds in the PM hours, possibly up to 40 miles per hour at times, with a chance of some PM showers or storms with winds staying gusty overnight. Ahead of a sunny but much, much colder day tomorrow with high temps only around 40 degrees, some 25 to 30 plus degrees colder than today's highs, with another area of low pressure then likely to impact the region starting early Wednesday morning, possibly in the form of snow in approximately the 2 to 7 a.m. time frame, with a rain-snow mix or just plain rain then throughout the day, with highs maybe only in the mid or upper 30s, with a chance precip turns back to snow after dark for a bit, with a very small chance of any appreciable accumulation, but stay tuned for more on that in the coming 24 to 36 hours, with then Thursday morning returning sunshine in low to mid 40s for PM highs ahead of mixed skies and 50 or so for Friday's highs, with temps back into the 60s Saturday, with a chance of additional rain, with a little more potential that temps crash on Sunday on the backside of a strong cold front, and more rain or even mixed precip again moves over the region. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DC MDVA Weather. Make it a great day out there. Stay healthy and be safe. And be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter and use our relaunched website at dcmdvaweather.info, especially the Snowcast section for updates on winter weather potential. And of course, make sure you download our app on all of your devices by searching DC MDVA Weather from the Apple or Google App Stores so you can always stay weather informed.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services, with your Clean Energy Minute. Does your home experience power outages? Or maybe you're concerned about energy resilience in general? If so, that's another great reason to consider clean, quiet solar-powered energy with battery backup. You may have heard residential solar adoption has rapidly increased during the pandemic for multiple reasons, and many homeowners like yourself are adding battery backup and electric vehicle charging to their solar projects. And with Maryland's residential energy storage income tax credit, along with the federal tax credit for batteries when paired with solar, the economics are quite compelling, and that secure feeling is even better. So whether you're looking for clean energy, energy resilience, or overall peace of mind with solar energy, we can help. To schedule a free solar design, call us today at 410-923-6090 or on the web at solarsaves.net. But hurry, sunshine's a-wasting.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
You work hard for your money. Is your money working hard for you? Managing and investing, it can be confusing. Ann Alsina, a financial planner from CovingtonAlsina, has been helping people make sense of it all for over 17 years. Are you ready? Now here's your Monday Money Report.
This is Ann Alsina of CovingtonAlsina with your Monday Money Report. Omicron fears continue to depress the market, with the S&P losing about 1.5% for the week. The Federal Reserve Bank has indicated it plans to end bond purchases soon. The turn away from an expansive monetary policy led to drops in technology stocks especially. While this drop might seem serious, the market is still positive for the year. And as the year comes to a close, we have a few year-end ideas to consider. If you have a philanthropic mindset, but aren't in a position to itemize tax deductions, consider bunching your charitable giving. An easy way to do this is to alternate years for charitable contributions. Most nonprofits use July 1 to June 30th fiscal year, so you can still contribute each year for the organization's purposes. By bunching 2 years of gifts into one, you may be able to itemize in alternate years. You can also contribute to a donor-advised fund. You can make a large gift to the fund and then distribute it to your charities over time. These funds are also a great way to develop a family legacy of philanthropy and giving back. You have until the tax filing deadline, usually April 15th, to fund your IRA for this year. Those contributions are called above the line because they directly reduce your adjusted gross income. Staying under a certain income level may make you eligible for the child tax credit, health insurance subsidies, and other benefits. On the flip side, Roth conversions must be completed by year end. A conversion is when you move money from a traditional retirement account, such as an IRA, 401k, or TSP, into a Roth account. Why would you want to do that? The idea behind the traditional account is that you're in a high bracket now, but will be in a lower bracket in retirement. So you'll be paying a lower tax rate on that money. The two problems with that idea are that you're paying taxes on a much bigger pile of money. So a lower percent, but times a bigger amount, often equals more total tax dollars. And that many people actually won't be in a much lower bracket, especially when the required minimum distributions kick in later in life. The Roth requires you to pay taxes now, but you get tax-free growth for the length of your joint lives plus 10 years. Either converting what is already in a traditional account or making Roth contributions will accomplish the same goal of growing the tax-free portion of your assets for retirement. In retirement, we can draw down on different account types to either reduce the amount withdrawn or increase net income. Your action to take this week is to evaluate your tax position for this year and make any year-end adjustments, contributions, or conversions. Be sure to check out our website at CovingtonAlsina.com, as well as our Facebook page for more information. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC. Investment advice offered through Great Valley Advisor Group, a registered investment advisor. CovingtonAlsina and Great Valley Advisor Group are separate entities from LPL Financial. All performance reference is historical and is no guarantee of future results. All indices are unmanaged and may not be invested into directly. This information is not intended to be a substitute for specific individualized tax advice. We suggest that you discuss your specific tax issues with a qualified tax advisor. The opinions voiced in this show are for general information only, are not intended to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individual. Determine which strategies or investments may be appropriate for you. Contact the appropriate qualified professional prior to making your decision. And if you don't have a financial advisor, come talk to us. This is Ann Alsina with CovingtonAlsina.
Hey there, I'm about that sounds like Joe Buck, but I'm not Joe Buck, but I am here to talk to you about Old Line Wiffle Club. Old Line Wiffle Club is a club that plays competitive wiffle ball here in Anne Arundel County. Their inaugural season kicks off in February, and registration is now open. If you want a fun, affordable, and competitive sports experience, Old Line Wiffle is for you. Visit oldlinewiffle.com to sign up and learn more information. That's oldlinewiffle.com to learn more and to join us for our first season next year.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.